Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth partying with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm gonna keep ticking, but no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to the good times, when we were more active and ate more healthy foods, and you checked on me every once in a while? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to leave, but unless you stop ignoring me, what else am I supposed to do? Remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Derulo. I love that music connects to people all over the country. But unfortunately, so does something else. Childhood hunger. 15 million kids struggle with hunger right here in America. And yet, every year, billions of pounds of surplus food in the U.S. go to waste instead of going to the children in need. Feeding America is working to change this. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues this surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States, including yours. But they just can't do this alone. Join me in the fight against hunger in America. For more information on what you can do to get involved, visit feedingamerica.org. That's feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone. Let's all stop what we're doing right now and take a moment. That felt good, huh? Just like that, we had a nice special sort of moment together. Of course, they don't all need to be quiet moments to be special. They could be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. Sounds like somebody agrees. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Today, call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor, and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit them online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work. especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stock, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value and market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC. Annuity and insurance products offered through AXA Network LLC.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seituha Karate. Located at 28 Cold Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu Karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom when you drive her back from therapy.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing, and in your new role, we help you help. AARP gives you the information to help care for your mom so that you can have patience with her, just like she did with you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving or call 1-877-333-5885 to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one.
Are we there yet?
Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I liked things to always be the same. Anything new or different would scare and upset me. I was very sensitive to lights and sounds. It was almost like I had bigger eyes and ears than everyone else. So I built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. I didn't like looking people in the eye. It made me feel uncomfortable. I'd throw big tantrums over little things like when my socks didn't match. Sometimes I'd do the same things over and over. Until one day, I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
You can see signs of autism in children as young as 18 months. Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Viewer discretion is advised. 3, 2, 1. This is the William Meyer Show on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. And here's your host, William Meyer.
And we are finally here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the William Meyer Show. Obviously, William Meyer is the host. This is his first show, so he has to get in the groove of things. So I am introducing the show. I'm your co-host, Errol Marks, and Speedy Petey on the board. And obviously, here is our introduction. And now, William Meyer. What's going on, Will?
Not much.
So I see that you're, this is something new to you. So you're probably far from understanding how this is going to go. So first of all,
you listen to the Howard Stern show and you listen to these people and you go, hey, I could do this. And it looks like a little bit more to it, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's moving the microphone, so
I want people to hear you. So you're gonna have to learn how to talk.
You hear me come in over.
I hear you. I hear you. And by the way, next week we'll get you. 2 weeks from now we'll get you.
Extremely hot in here. I just want you people to know that.
They pretty much know this. Oh, stop with it. It's past your bedtime.
Okay.
What are you, like a little girl? I
wake up at like 3 in the morning.
So do I. I'm here.
You got one of those enlarged prostates. You're up at 3.
Well, you said you have an enlarged prostate. What is it like when your doctor actually tells you that?
What is it like?
Yeah, what is it like when your doctor actually comes to you? You have an you have an enlarged prostate.
So let's talk about you a little bit. So you told me you fell asleep.
I fell asleep at the wheel last night. Yes, I did. What is that like?
So what you're driving, and then all of a sudden, like you go there, you drift off, and it's like Homer Simpson. Next thing you know, you're dreaming, and then you start hitting against the curb. It becomes part of your dream.
First of all, you're absolutely wrong. I actually went to I DJ'd my niece's graduation party. Your niece.
Oh, by the way, he's my nephew.
Yes, that is my uncle, ladies and gentlemen. And I will say this: I was driving home. It was 1:30 in the morning.
Done yet?
And I was driving down exit 58 off the LIE, and I was going down the road, and I knew I was dozing off. So what
is Long Island?
Yes, Long Island Expressway.
In case you people are in how many listeners do we have? 3 now.
On Facebook we do, but that'll slowly, it'll gradually grow as people get to know who you are. But
or diminish from
that's Facebook.
You're gonna fall to 2.5.
Oh, look, he can talk.
He can. Right. Yes. What do you call
him? The crash dummy. All right.
Crash dummy.
The crash dummy. So, anyways, I fell asleep at the wheel for 5 or 10 seconds. Lost control of my car.
5 or 10 seconds?
It was 5 or 10 seconds.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Because timer, like when you went out.
Because I remember at one point I was going under a light, and it was maybe 5 seconds after the light I hit something.
So you were looking behind you. You saw the light.
I guess.
So
yeah. I was looking at my car. I thought I was dead. Okay. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I felt well. First of all, when you wake up,
just a little side story.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was dead once too.
How did you feel you were
well,
dead?
You know, somebody in my life is an habitual pot smoker.
Okay.
So we're sitting there, and she goes, "Hey, why don't you try one of these edibles?" And I go, like, I'm not really a pot smoker. Okay, so look, I talk with my hands. Look, I'm washing my hands like this.
There you go.
Right,
and you
so
can
listen.
stick it where the sun doesn't
So
shine.
she goes, "Why don't you try one of these edibles?" So I go, "Okay, I'm not really a pot smoker, but I'll try one of these edibles." So I try one of these edibles, and 30, 40 minutes go by, nothing. And I go, like, I'm probably resilient.
Mhm. I'm resilient too.
Yeah.
I am very resilient in many different ways, but other ways that some people would tell you I'm not very resilient in, especially closing my eyes and running into things. So
I hear you. So we'll get back.
I'm lucky to be alive, by the
We'll
way.
do like in A Few Good Men.
Oh.
We'll get back to that. Okay. So there I am. I take one of these edibles, and she takes one of the edibles, and nothing happens. So I take another one. She goes, "Take another one." I go, "Okay." So you're paying attention over there, right, Speedy?
Of course.
All right. So I take another edible. Somehow nothing happens. I take the third one, and now I am like super, super high.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I mean really high.
Mm-hmm.
So high that and then she goes, "Well, I'm going to bed now." I go, "What? What the
You could say it. What
no,
the fuck?
it's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm going like she goes to bed. So there I am. I'm standing around. I'm like panicking. I'm absolutely panicking. That's when all of a sudden you think your heart's beating too fast. You're putting your hands on your head. You're walking around. You're going like, I could get through this. I could get through this. So at some point you lay down, and I'm laying down sideways, and I'm looking at, how you have that cable box, and the cable box shows you the time.
Yes.
So I look at it. It says like 3:47, and you close your eyes, and like 20 minutes goes by. You open it up, and you go, and you look at it. It's 3:47. I'm going like, okay. Close my eyes again. Another 40 minutes goes by. Open it up. It's 3:47. I'm going like, something's wrong. Okay. So I get up. I walk into the kitchen. I look at the microwave. It's 3:47. I go, I'm in Ghost. Okay. I think I'm dead. Okay.
I love that movie, by the way. It's a very good movie.
But
Yes.
I make reference to it a lot of times.
I like Demi Moore. Well, she looked like a man in that show. That
Do
movie.
me more. Do me more.
Do me more.
Do me more.
Yeah, she do me more.
No, she's actually, I saw an interview of her. She's a really nice person. So
I'm sure
from
she
what
does.
I know of.
She looks like a schoolboy in that movie.
I have that schoolgirl. Anyway, so listen. So then I walk upstairs, and I'm expecting, so I walk upstairs. I'm expecting to not hear anything or whatever. But eventually, I realized that I'm just super, super high. I was high for about 4 days. Okay,
Listen to that, ladies and gentlemen. This man, my uncle, had an edible, and he was high enough that he believes that he was high enough for 4 days.
No. I was high for 4 days. The next day, I go, I'm still high. Am I ever going to be unhigh? So, weed is not my kind of thing.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, Lyle says, last I heard, Errol likes schoolboys. Yeah, especially if you look like one. That's for sure. Lyle. Yeah, Lyle, Mr. Overrated man over there. He knows all about overrated things. Maybe he
is
actually.
that down in this little thing?
Yes, right there. People
Lyle?
are right.
Now, who
Yes.
the hell is Lyle?
Lyle is this kid who does the wrestling show for us, and I love Lyle. He just has a little stupidity that comes out of his mouth.
That's my fucking.
Laughing my fucking ass off.
Really?
I wonder if Lyle ever went through puberty. Do you
How
believe
old
it?
is Lyle?
I have no idea.
You're
Sometimes
younger than Josh, who I think is 30 or 31.
30 going on 15.
I don't know, Lyle, but who's that? Josh?
Josh Kyle. Yes, that's Joshua
How
Silverberg.
much THC was in that? You know what? I really don't freaking know, but it's supposed to be from somebody close by.
Probably around 10%. He gets high off anything.
I'm serious. I mean, I was high for like at least 3 days, and she goes, "No, you weren't." Yeah, I was freaking high. I'll tell you.
Did you ever think about sticking an edible in your ass? Did you ever think about that? Because that really dissolves quicker in your ass than it does.
To be funny?
I'm being serious. It's real. I'm being serious. They say that
who
if you
sticks a fucking thing up your ass? Okay?
I don't know.
I mean, that
they
was
say,
like when I was at school.
I'm just telling you what
extremely
people
odd.
say. They say
They
you put
used to
wax.
say, like Richard Gere put dribbles up his ass and stuff like that.
He probably does.
No, he doesn't. I think I
do you hang out with Rich?
No, I don't.
Well,
but I'm sure that's all rumors.
Well, I don't think
That's
it's
all
rumors.
bullshit. I think.
Have you ever
everybody's
tried
in
to
a
stick a
movie
gerbil
with
in your ass?
Everybody. No,
But-
I don't even think of putting a gerbil on my ass. All right,
so why would Rich think that? Maybe he wants to try something new. Maybe that excites him.
So brings us to like pot and stuff. So
Yes.
Are you listening to this, you guys? So I went on a Carnival cruise line, on a cruise line when I first got married. So now I'm going to take my girlfriend on a cruise, and I cheaped out instead of going on those princess cruises. Boy, it's extremely hot here. So instead of going on one of those Carnival cruise, princess cruise lines, and those really nice ones, and the lady I went to one of these travel agencies goes, "Oh, they've gotten so much better." So we went on that, I cheaped out. We went on the Carnival cruise line. Of course, now she takes tons of marijuana with her. So they were we're on the boat, and she's smoking weed. We're down on the deck. We're on port side, starboard side.
Have you ever had like weed sex? Have you ever had that before? Like weed sex, like you get really fucking
have
high.
sex with weed?
You get really high and you have sex, and you sometimes some people get so fucking blasted they don't even know what the hell they're doing. Have you ever had weed sex?
The idea was when I was going to be taking that the edibles. Yeah, but it didn't work out.
No,
I was panicked. Okay, I was like the whole, we were going to try to engage in that, but that didn't seem to work. You can't get overly high, just like if you're overly drunk.
I just told you, if you stick an edible in your ass, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
It'll get you higher and quicker.
So anyway, going back to my
go ahead,
story.
Go ahead.
All
I'm
right,
sorry. I'm just trying to help you here.
Why my story's not good?
No, your story's good. I just think that
are they following along with me?
they're following along. By the
what are
way,
they saying?
Speedy, are you
they-
reading off what they're saying?
I am actually trying to get the phone number into the comment section.
Oh, there you go.
So anyway, long story short is, are you listening?
I'm listening.
So all of a sudden, so you notice on these cruise lines, it's a lot of younger children.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's actually coming down to where we're leaving the boat. They all of a sudden, now we're like newlyweds, So she's in there and she's going to the bathroom, whatever, and you're in these doors and it's like, this whole airlock when you're in there and you can't even hear anything.
Is that a straw?
Sort of like that.
It's
Sound
like
effects.
slurping something.
It's like this vent lock. You following along?
I don't think he understands. He knows nothing about this stuff. Speedy, he's not a very sexual person. He really
This
isn't.
has nothing to do with sex.
Oh,
We're
I'm just
about
trying to fit that in.
Okay, so all of a sudden now I look down the hallway and the dogs are coming down the hallway, and I'm going like, holy fuck! These dogs are coming. I'm going to be busted. I don't even smoke, so they're coming down here. So I'm pounding on the door. Hey, the dogs are coming down the thing, and she's like, and I'm going like, open the door, open the. Where is that stuff? She wouldn't come out because we knew it could be smelly in there or something like that, and you're new. And I'm going, for the love of God, where the hell is this stuff? Where is it? The dogs are coming. Now all of a sudden she still wouldn't open the door. Dogs are coming. All of a sudden they knock on the door, and I open the door.
The dogs were knocking.
No, the guy.
Okay.
The guy with the dogs.
I was
They're knocking on the door,
right.
and I'm
I was just
opening the
trying
door,
to
and
get
the dogs are like, they're like, saliva coming out of their mouth, and I'm going like, just hold on, my wife is indisposed. Okay, so I'm going, open the door. Where is this stuff? Flush it. Flush this stuff down. Flush it.
In a cruise?
On the cruise line, right? So I'm like pounding on the door. She wouldn't open the door. Eventually, the dogs come in. They come in. They start scratching on the suitcases and stuff like this. Then the guy going, "Tell me now. Tell me now, and I'll be easier on you." And I go like, "What the fuck? Like, am I dealing coke or something?" It's like, so it turns out, long story short, is they ushered us down. They opened up the suitcases. Turns out that we didn't even have any. She used it all. Okay. They charged us $500 a piece.
A fine?
Yeah.
For weed.
For weed.
You hear that, Jeff? Mr. I sniff a lot of powder. I mean, seriously.
Speaking of Jeff, he says a THC suppository. Only Errol will know about marijuana ass play.
You're damn right I will, especially when it works. I have never done it before, but some people have told me that it works faster. It actually hits you quicker.
Lyle says, I had 3 cookies, did nothing, 1 brownie a couple months later. And
He looks like a brownie.
Errol loves shoving wax up his ass.
No,
Errol,
we
try
have those
gerbils.
cookies too. They don't seem to work.
They do work. It just takes a little bit. It depends on how much THC is in the cookie, the brownie.
But I'm telling you, half the time, you do it and just.
I'm telling you, you're not having the right brownie or the right cookie. I mean,
well, it did work.
I always wanted
that chocolate bar thing is what we had. It was chocolate bar.
I always wanted to ask you, and this is very, because this is the story, and a lot of people know that
It's about 1,000,000 degrees in here.
It is, but let me ask you this question: Speedy is a virgin. Okay, so
really,
yes, he is very. Yes,
is that true?
Yes.
Sorry, I only referenced a crash test dummy on the show.
Crash test. He's getting smart. He's a smart ass. Yeah, he is a very smart. So Speedy,
he looks very smart. He's like a savant.
He is a virgin. Okay, so I actually asked him.
He's a virgin?
He's told me.
Oh, okay.
He's a virgin.
How do you know he's just not lying?
Speedy, are you a virgin?
Now, does being a virgin count if you like whacking off?
What?
He doesn't even know what whacking off is.
Really?
No. He's never whacked off in his life.
If you jerk your gherkin,
he doesn't understand
does that count?
Now you sound like him.
Jerk the
No,
gherkin.
I'm not trying to sound like it. I'm just,
Bleed the lizard,
Why would I bleed a lizard?
Well, you got a lizard in your pants, right?
Why would I put a lizard in my pants?
All right, so you're a virgin. That's commendable.
Yes. So so I always asked him, I said, did you ever shave your balls? And he tells me,
Who would shave their balls?
You've never shaved your balls?
No.
So your balls are completely like an Amazon.
Yeah.
So you don't shave your balls. You don't, give it like a trim. You just like let it just go.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight, because
is that normal?
it is normal. I mean, well, if somebody
Abby normal,
would you rather your girl have a bunch of hair in her mouth?
Well, that happens, I guess.
All
right.
I mean, I don't like hair as it is. I mean, well, if I was,
you're saying when you're doing it to Speedy, you don't like that.
What do you mean? What I'm doing to Speedy? I'm not doing shit to Speedy.
He would not do anything to me ever, and I would never let him ever do that.
I seriously, Speedy's got an Amazon, so you don't shave your balls either.
There's a delay. So,
yeah, there's a 10-second.
I don't like looking at.
There's a 10-second delay. So.
All right. Got it.
So
that's distracting.
Yeah. So my question to you is: so you don't shave your balls. So she's never complained about your hairy balls.
I've never had anyone ask me if I shaved my balls. But okay.
So you've never. So really, no woman's ever complained about you having hairy balls.
No, I'm really so good that they've never complained once.
Yeah, but you don't need to be good for somebody to pull down your pants and they're ready to put those balls in their mouth. I would actually think that would be pretty disgusting.
Well, you're making me sound like
I'm just being honest with you.
Inadequate.
No, I'm just saying that Speedy doesn't shave his balls, so you don't shave your balls. So we have 2 people in this room that don't shave their balls.
Yeah.
So your first time ever having sex? Honestly, when was your first time having sex? When did your virginity?
I was in Colorado in the military.
You were in the military, so you were about 17, 18 years old.
17.
Really? That was the first time you ever had sex?
We're talking with a woman, right?
Yeah. Well, hold on 1 second. What were you doing when you were younger?
I'm saying you're not talking about Mr. Henry.
No. I'm talking about you having sex. Now, Speedy, Speedy told me the first time anybody's ever, actually, put their face in his ass was his dog. His dog licked his ass.
No, I didn't let him.
His dog licked his ass. His dog opened up the door with supposedly his nose or his mouth, and he wanted to stick his mouth in his ass.
Do you maybe put peanut butter on your balls?
No,
he
twists the story. Don't listen.
No, I'm being serious. Did he not?
He did it by accident.
Did it feel good?
No.
So what did it feel like?
Shocking.
It was shocking. Did you jump? Did you like it? You went, ooh,
No.
So what did it feel like?
I was startled.
He was startled. He was startled. So would you be startled if some woman stuck her head in your ass?
Probably.
Would you? That's a good question.
I don't know.
I'm kind of lost with it, but it's just a good
You've had
question.
women stick their head in your ass?
No, I wouldn't let anybody get close to my ass. That's just me, But there are a lot of guys like women sticking their head in their ass. I mean, because maybe the nerves over there's a lot of vessels over there, makes them feel good. And that's why I told you, people like to do that.
That's out of my repertoire.
It's not interesting to you and your repertoire. No.
No.
So how about you, Speedy? Is it interesting to you? Have you ever thought about, having somebody stick their head in your ass?
Not without your presence or your Snapchat.
So you want me to be impressed? Do you want me to be present to watch somebody stick their head in your ass? I mean, it's a good question because you don't shave your balls, Uncle Bill, which I'm very surprised. That's something very interesting to me.
I'll put that on my
your wish list, your bucket list.
My bucket list.
Before I die, I got to experience shaving my balls. Right?
It's extremely hot in here. Yes.
Well, next time I'll have something so you're not so extremely hot. Okay. Right. Maybe I'll stick a fan under the table so it makes you feel good. Okay. Since you don't shave your balls, of course. So, anyways, so we've learned something today on William Meyer's first show. My Uncle Bill, he doesn't shave his balls. Speedy don't shave his balls, and he doesn't find it to be weird.
Having his dog lick his butt.
Yeah, you don't think that's weird?
It is weird.
How about your dog? Has Ben ever tried to lick your ass?
No.
No.
But let's talk about my dog. I took him to the vet today.
Okay, what's going on?
Routine checkup.
Okay.
Routine checkup, $700. Like, where do they come off charging that kind of money?
Well, with everything else they do, I mean, gas has gone up, wood has gone up. I mean, eventually, sex is going to go up because the only way you're going to be able to have sex is if you buy a woman on the street. I mean, every single thing that you do now costs a ton of money. And I am just a little bit lost with how, when it comes to the government in the United States, everything costs something. I mean, even having the name Errol might cost me something. Breathing air might cost me something in the future. I mean, this is the way the government is going, unfortunately. And sitting next to Speedy, I mean, Speedy, when you talk about your livelihood and what you like to do, have you ever come out and say, you know what? It costs me money to do this. Maybe that's why you don't have a haircut. You don't like to spend money on getting your haircut.
Not necessarily all the time. No.
How about washing your hair? What kind of shampoo do you use, Speedy?
I have Head and Shoulders.
I was up with you. I almost said dog. You see that?
Head and Shoulders. I was trying to say dandruff shampoo.
Okay, dandruff. Why, you get a lot of dandruff?
Yeah.
It's thick greasy.
Hair. Very thick hair.
Yeah. You have thick hair?
Yeah.
How about in your pants? Do you have thick hair in your pants?
All right.
I'm just asking.
I don't know how to compare.
Do you ever shampoo your balls?
No.
I'm just asking you. I mean, that's a lot of hair over there. You need to take the dandruff out of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you put? Your Dove soap? That'll dry it out. So, have you ever tried to put dandruff shampoo in your pants?
People I might have done it by
accident.
I'm just. COVID is fucking this world up. That's Lyle. If I prepare,
these are the two people that
she
are
is
listening.
hot. She can go for it. I mean, people are going in and out. So have you ever shampooed your balls?
Maybe by accident.
Accident? I mean, you have grease that dries.
Everybody shampoos the balls.
He doesn't shampoo his balls.
Why? How do you not shampoo?
He uses Dove soap. He uses soap. He dries out his balls.
Oh, well, yeah.
He dries out balls, but he doesn't even see his balls. Could you actually see your balls?
Yes, I could.
Okay, I'm just asking. I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I'm a little lost with it, but
How
it's
do
a
you
good
not
question.
see your balls?
I don't know. The hair. You got a
guess.
lot of hair. You got an Amazon rainforest. I mean, he hasn't shaved his balls ever. Have you shaved your balls ever?
Yeah.
Okay. He's never shaved his balls. He's 26 years old. He is completely an Amazon over there. Right, Speedy?
Sure, we'll go with that. Except, again, if I really had a quote-unquote Amazon rainforest, I would be dead.
Okay, go back to your dog.
Let's go back to you falling asleep at the wheel.
Oh, come on, man. I want to say something. I've always had this like I was always scared that I would always fall asleep.
What were
at
you
the wheel.
dreaming of when you?
I don't know what I was dreaming. I actually all I felt was like a boom, and I woke up. I thought it was a dream, and I realized that slowly I was on the curb. My wheels were completely chopped up, and I was slowly moving aggressively on the curb, going probably 10, 15 miles per hour. After I hit the curb, probably going about 55, 60.
You know, I was watching this movie.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did you remember that movie where the guy played Tarzan? What's his name? Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
how ripped that guy was.
Yes.
Did you see him lately?
No, he's fat, right?
Yeah, huge.
All these guys, after they get to a certain age, or they've made their money, or they don't need to get, they're married already, they have kids, they don't give a crap. No, none of them give a. They get fat and disgusting. It's so funny that you said that, because I DJ in all different spots in the week. I'm sorry, on the weekend or in the summertime. So last week I was DJing at a party, and one of my high school buddies I haven't seen in years, he came up. I didn't even notice him. He, first of all, was bald as can be. He had a set of hair like me when we were going to high school. At 12th grade, he had no hair. His stomach was out to. He looked like Santa Claus. Okay,
and
his
these guys
belt
were
was.
jocks at one time. Like,
Dude, he couldn't even see his dick.
No,
okay,
I'm saying in high school.
Yeah,
they were like.
He was a jock. He was
They
a
were
jock.
The
Yeah.
jocks.
Yeah.
They had like all the good-looking girls.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Age was not their friend.
Well, age is not his friend, and neither is the food that he was eating. I'm telling you, or he looked like he ate his kids.
Yeah.
I'm serious. His belt, he couldn't. I don't even know if he had a belt, and if he does have a belt, I don't know how these guys get their like rolls over their pants.
Well, they call them belters, right? When the stomach
Belters.
goes over the,
Maybe that's
belters.
why. Maybe that's why they wear those. What do they call
No, they
those?
wear the belt, and that's when the stomach goes over the belt. and you can't see
Suspenders. Yeah, that's why
no,
they wear
no,
suspenders.
it's like when the stomach goes over your belt and you can't see the belt.
Yeah, it was
They're
like
called
that. Yeah,
belters.
belters. I never even know that. That's something new. I
Yeah,
never knew that.
Well, that's way back when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Lyle says just don't shave it with an electric razor. You'll get razor burn. Well, that might be true, Lyle. I use a regular razor. You go in the shower, you give it a little heat, and then it comes right off. Nice and clean shave and all clean and ready to go. What do you think, Speedy?
I'm not taking any advice from Lyle.
Well, I wouldn't take any advice from Lyle either. I'd be a little lost if Lyle was trying to shave his balls. I'm wondering if Lyle actually does that too. So, anyways, Uncle Bo, to get back to what we were saying, I was very, very scared. I woke up and thank you to my friend Eric. He actually helped me today. My car was completely. I was so unaligned.
Eric is the
mechanic.
Your mechanic guy.
Yeah, mechanic friend. He actually told me that. I'm very surprised that you could drive with your car today, because he said it was so bad. Your alignment was so bad. You probably would have caused even more problems if you kept on driving like that. It was that bad. He says it was
Do you
dangerous.
ever think of fixing the car? Do you know how to do auto mechanics? Like even my kids today.
Yeah.
They don't know the first thing. About
Yes, I know
fixing.
oil changes.
Could you change your own tire if you had to?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
My son had a flat tire. You had to basically have somebody change the tire for him. That they just
He doesn't have anything in his trunk that with the lock.
I'm sure he did. He just doesn't know how to use it.
Really, all you got to do is match off.
Well, when we were kids, we were fixing engines, doing stuff.
Well, I don't know how to fix
tune-ups
engines.
and all these
I don't really
things.
do tune-ups. I know how to do an oil change. If I listen to a car and I'm driving in it, I actually know more than likely what is wrong with it. I just can't fix it. You know what I mean? So I know if it's a water pump. I know.
Really?
Yeah. I'm actually really, really good at that, figuring out things. It's for instance, my girlfriend. She always has a problem with her car. I'm always, making an educated guess what it is, and she goes to the mechanic, and most of the time it's right. Yeah, most of the time is right.
Very good.
Because she said recently she just got a tune-up on a car, and she told me, for a while I said I think you're going to need a tune-up, and eventually she found out that she needed a tune-up. What are you looking at? What is Lyle saying, Speedy?
Yes, you can't get a blowjob from an Asian masseuse with a jungle. It's just rude.
Very interesting
Are
information.
we still in the gutter there?
Lyle likes to get massages from Asian women. I guess that.
I think you go to one of those massage parlors, right?
I actually have never been to one of those.
No?
I've never been to a rub and tug. No, I've heard about them. I'm sure. Yeah, I've heard.
Do they have them here?
Tons of them, I'm sure.
Where?
Asian rub and tugs. They're all over the place.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know anything.
You could definitely find one here in Long Island. You can find one. I guarantee you. Probably one in every mile radius. Massage parlors, but yes, there are rub and tugs out there. Yeah, I've never been to one, by the way. Samantha says Queens, so if you want one, you can go to Queens. You know, there's a ton
Samantha
of,
who?
your niece.
She's actually listening to the show.
Yes, she's there. She's listening to it there.
Samantha Ashley Moore.
There she is, and
Look at that.
she actually helps out. Maybe you can get a rub and tug from her.
No.
Your niece
that's terrible.
Speedy.
That's blood.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Right, hey, the tugging on it is not doing anything else to it.
Hey, come on, stop. That's gross. What do you call it? So speaking of like Brendan Fraser, and fat, and then they're coming out with the new Top Gun. Have you seen
Maverick? Yeah,
Maverick.
Yeah,
is
the
that
spinoff.
It?
Yeah, it's
and they have that the other guy in there, Miles Teller.
Yes,
he's going to be in it. And they
do you like him?
Actually, I
he's married. He's married a pretty attractive woman.
Who's that?
Miles Teller. Teller. Yeah, he's married to an attractive woman, and he actually just went on a vacation with Aaron Rodgers and his fiance.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes,
and didn't he get beat up or something?
I don't think he got beaten up.
Yeah, one of them got beat up.
Yeah,
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers got beaten up.
No, I think Miles Teller got beat up.
Did he really?
Yeah.
From what? Who was beating him up? Some fan or something like that?
They were in some kind of. Look it up.
Miles Teller. Speedo, look that up. Miles Teller. That's
he was on vacation with what's his face, and he got punched out or beat up or something like that.
Maybe if his wife was beating me up, I wouldn't mind her beating me up.
Yeah. So they're bringing back. What's
the Maverick? Yeah, Maverick.
No, but they're bringing back.
Beaten up in a bathroom in Hawaii by two men.
Yeah.
In Maui.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Got beat up. I would have beaten him up too. So, I mean, look at that face. I mean,
he was with Aaron Rodgers on that particular trip. Shailene Woodley and
I didn't hear about that.
Huey
So it's an interesting
Sperry.
story. I knew they were on a vacation. I didn't know he was beaten up.
Yeah, he went into one. A lot of things happen in those places. You got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful everywhere you go. I mean,
I went vacation in Mexico, and we've wandered off of the vacation spot.
Yeah.
There's federales all over.
Yeah.
I mean, my friend gave me a story. He was actually from Mexico, and he's driving along, and the cop pulls him over, and he goes, "You were speeding." He goes, "No, I wasn't." He goes, No, you've been speeding." And he goes, "Okay, what do you want?" And he goes, he wanted $500. He goes, "I'm not paying you $500." He goes, "All right, follow me." So, he says, "How much money you have?" And he goes, I'm not doing this.
Right.
So I think he offered him. I think out of $500, he offered him $100. And he goes, "No." The cop says no. So he has to follow him. So he follows him for about a mile. Cop pulls over, comes out and says, "All right, I'll take the $100." He goes, "What made you change your mind?" He goes, "Well, I was thinking if I go to the precinct like that, I got to split it with everyone else. It's more profitable to take the $100." And that's what you're dealing with.
Wow. When it comes to money, anybody, your own freaking family would kill you.
Yeah.
They chop you up and put you in a box and send you off to different parts of the world.
No good deed goes unpunished.
No, it's definitely you're pulling out your wallet.
What do you have in your wallet? Nothing.
Nothing.
My family takes it all.
You're the bad guy, right? You're the person that everybody hates.
Always been
You're the bad guy.
I'm always the bad guy.
You're the bad guy with the bad guy that doesn't shave his balls.
I'm the bad guy, always stealing, always conniving, ripping them off,
and doesn't shave your balls.
And doesn't shave his balls.
Yeah, well, your daughter might be watching this. So.
Hey, so when we come back from the break,
yes, we're gonna go to a quick break. When we come back,
break. Wow, it's goddamn hot in here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about cryptocurrency.
Oh, if anybody, this man right here.
No, but trust me,
he is a pro.
A few months ago, I couldn't tell you anything about it. Now I can tell you that it's a bunch of craziness out there, and I'll tell you my trials and tribulations.
There's a lot of trials and tribulations. And by the way, why do you have balls on your mind? Well, I definitely don't have your balls on my mind.
Why do you? Who's writing this?
Lyle. He's interested in my my thoughts to balls. Nah, Lyle's cool.
Lyle, if you hear it more enough, you're not going to like it.
I think Lyle's a virgin. Maybe we should hook him up.
Listeners we have?
No. I want to know if Lyle is actually a virgin. Lyle, are you a virgin? That's something interesting to me because and Lyle does shave his balls. So why would he shave his balls if he's a virgin? That's the question I have. That we can come back from break and we can get some answers from Lyle. When we come back on the William Meyer Show, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk about cryptocurrencies here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit him online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Setuha Karate. Located at 28 Colt Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu Karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value and market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, annuity and insurance products offered through AXA Network LLC.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. As a volunteer, you deliver a hot, nutritious meal and a friendly hello to someone just like your mother, grandfather, or next door neighbor. These seniors are inspiring people with incredible stories to share, and they love to see you. The smiles you get back are priceless. Delivering with Meals on Wheels is easy, and you don't have to drive like me for it to be quick. You can volunteer your lunch break once a week or just once a month. With 1 in 6 seniors facing hunger and many more living in isolation, your lunch break can make a real difference. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council. Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your flap. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes.
but spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Hey, there he is. How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand or what? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke. Are you okay? I'm having a stroke. Your face looks weird too. I'm having a stroke. Are you having a seizure or something? I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
or if that resume was from someone who
worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
we rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals, but I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
So maybe it's time we look beyond the resume and look to Grads of Life. Discover new ways to develop great talent that are so much more than what's on paper at gradsoflife.org. This announcement brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Here I am.
Who did that? You did?
That was me. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the William Meyer Show. The host, William Meyer. I'm your co-host, Errol Marks, and Speedy Dan Petey, the Wonder Boy who doesn't shave his balls. Remember, you can listen to our show every single week. We have shows throughout the country, throughout the world on our network. We have about, 10 shows, 11 shows?
More than that.
We have a lot of shows on our network.
3 listeners.
As you know, this is the William Meyer Show. This is a pilot. This is the first show of his creation. Will Meyer, my uncle Bill. Remember, again, you can call us. What's the number right now? 631-672-3108.
Oh, look, the switchboard's lighting up.
Yes, it is.
Oh, we got one.
So you can actually call the show. Again, the number is 631-672-3108. Remember, you can go to our website at www.worldwidesportsradio.com. Go to our app. If you never checked out our app or you haven't downloaded app, iOS, WWSRN, or Android Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Testing.
Uncle Bill.
Come in, please.
Yes, you are here. You are here, my friend. So,
Over, under.
So are you ready to get into cryptocurrencies? Because people don't, I think people don't understand cryptocurrencies.
What do you know about crypto?
I don't know as much as you do. I mean, I mean, I know a lot of drug dealers like to use cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, they're under the misconception that they can hide their money.
Yes.
But they really can't.
Why is that?
Because it's all on this thing called the blockchain, which is a database. It's a ledger, and everything is transparent. So, and it's kind of the Wild West. You have all these millennials investing in Bitcoin,
right?
The Dogecoin, and really these coins, they're out there and they actually have no real function. A lot of these people are buying coins, and so me and my partners, we decided to actually create a coin, and it's a coin that actually is going to have substance. So when the United States first started out, they had the dollar bill was backed up. That's called fiat.
Right.
I didn't know any of this stuff. So fiat currencies are currencies that a lot of, like the United States has. It's a stable kind of currency.
Right.
And it's backed up. It used to be that our dollar bill was backed up by gold. You know that, right?
Right, yes.
And they had silver certificates, gold, all this stuff. And eventually, they had this thing called Fort Knox, and the dollar was backed up by that. But now, basically, our dollar, we just keep printing money, and that's how we get inflation. And
don't you think cryptocurrencies could affect our future for what the dollar is worth? I mean, if you think about where the world is going and how money is so scarce, or especially here in the United States, I mean, money is becoming, what I'm saying? Like a dollar is.
No, I have no idea what you're saying.
Well, for instance, a euro is worth more than a dollar, right?
Currency exchange.
Yes.
Right. A dollar's worth more than a peso.
Exactly. So our dollars are getting right now. Our dollars are slowly but surely less. So what's the best word?
Losing value.
Losing value. Yes, it's becoming. It's losing more value. So because of cryptos and how cryptos are starting to take over, the stock exchange and all that other stuff, don't you feel like the cryptos could affect the future of what the dollar is worth?
Well, I feel the dollar will always be there, but cryptocurrency is going to be another avenue in which people could make purchases. And so anyway, back to our coin is actually going to be backed up by, they have these things called NFTs.
NFTs, yeah.
Right? You know what that is?
You have explained it to me.
So when you have a token, that's what they call a fungible token.
Yes.
Which is basically if you have a token, it doesn't matter if you had $1, if you had 5 singles and somebody gives you a 10, it's the same thing.
Right.
So, but with an NFT, which is a non-fungible token.
Right.
So that has something that is it can't be replaced.
Right.
It's like a piece of art, a piece of your favorite cup. So with our coin, our token, it's backed up by a arsenal of artwork and digital
entertainment
photos,
stuff in the
collectibles, and all of those avenues.
Baseball cards.
So ours is going to be different than the normal tokens that are out there that really are based on nothing.
Well, Bitcoin is based on.
In fact, why don't I put our marketing expert on there? Let's see if we can give a call to.
Why don't you put him through, Speedy? Let's get him on.
To our guy Mike.
Yes,
hey,
we'll try to get
Eric. Are you listening?
I'm sure he is, but it's interesting to me because I've always, since I actually own a little bit of Bitcoin. I also know I own a little bit of Dogecoin, but it's interesting how the market has slowly but surely grown, and now there's like over 100 different coins. There's cryptocurrencies,
right?
So, but some of them don't have anything behind it. So why don't we put what's his name?
Michael Gonzalez.
What's going on, Mike?
Last name?
Mike, you there? What's going on,
Mike? I don't hear Mike.
I'm trying to get him through over here. Speedy, do we have him through? Is it on?
It's unmuted, yeah.
Mike, are you there? I don't hear
him. You have to put another quarter in.
No, I don't get why he's not coming on.
I could hear him over here.
You hear him over there?
I could hear it. He says I'm here.
Okay, let's get Mike on another number because obviously we can't get him on this for some reason. It's not working. So we'll put him through over here, Speedy. Call him up on this. Just put him through. That's not working. I don't understand. Pull that out.
What?
Pull this out. I don't know why that's not working. You should have tested it before we came on. All right, we'll put him on now. Do we have him?
You're ruining my show.
Mike, are you there? Mike, are you there? Is it on, Speedy? What are you doing over here?
I'm here.
There he is.
I think
You
I
had
can
it
hear
on wrong, Speedy. That was the one.
All right, you got to raise the volume up.
All right, what's going on, Mike? How are you?
Good. You hear me?
We hear you fine. We got you on
All right.
fine.
Really?
Yes.
Why is it so low?
It's maybe he's on speakerphone.
Should I yell louder?
He's on speakerphone. Okay. He's probably on speakerphone.
Are you on speakerphone, Mike?
Not on speaker. I could leave the room. Let's see if I go into another room.
I hear him just fine.
Oh, do you?
Okay. You don't. Maybe if we put
How about the mannequin?
How about we put this on higher and maybe you'll hear him better.
All right. Wow. I get feedback now.
How's this? Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you. Wow, that's really loud.
It's not as loud as you think it is, but you're complaining it's too low. Now
Hey,
it's
Mike.
too loud.
Hey, how are we?
Good. You're on my radio show. We're talking about nightlife coin and cryptocurrencies. What can you
Happy
tell
to
us
be
about the nightlife coin? Mike, by the way, Mike is our marketing guy, and he knows everything there is to know about cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, so I mean, I could tell you anything you want to know about the nightlife coin. Tell you the truth. A little background: Nightlife was founded in 2021. We have an expert team. Each individual has illustrious backgrounds in blockchain technology, brand development, executive level software and hardware development, and basically from this, the future of
how do we
NFT
how are we
marketplaces.
different than these other coins, Mike?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of coins in cryptocurrency, so that's a pretty broad question. But if I had to answer it most simply, I'd say, the main importance of cryptocurrency is utility, which in the past couple months has been something that a lot of people have forgotten because of this whole Dogecoin fad that really entered the space because of our buddy Elon Musk, But it doesn't change the fact that utility is what blockchain is all about. It's, a technology that's being used to change the world and improve the world. And that's exactly what Nightlife aims to do. We aim to do that by not only the NFT industry, we plan on improving that in several aspects.
What is an NFT, Mike?
So an NFT is basically what it defined an NFT is a non-fungible token. So an NFT can really be anything that, whether it's digital or physical, that cannot be traded instantly for a good or a service. For example, so it's a non-fungible token. So a fungible token or a fungible asset is like a dollar bill or a $5 bill. If I give you a dollar bill and you give me a dollar bill back, it is worth the same exact value. They are, obviously the identification number on it is different, but they are the same asset in theory.
So what
Now,
you're trying to say is, not to talk over you, so if you gave me 5 singles and I gave you a $5 bill, you'd be happy as a clam, right?
It would be, yeah, it's an even exchange. Well, basically now an easier way to think about it is what I was getting to is the other end of that. Now think about your house or a painting or your cell phone or a car. You can't just trade that instantly if you need your lawn mowed, or if you need a ride to the airport from the taxi driver. You need to put it up for bid.
I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
What the
Well,
way
he's got a
cryptos is
small
used.
little processor. It's going there. It's
wow.
like it's that the little marble that's going around.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it
Is that what you call it?
Right.
I mean, my brain is pretty huge.
Something's rattling up there.
Yeah, well, it's the biggest muscle in your body. You know, I could teach you.
It's not the biggest muscle in my body, but okay.
Well, I don't know what else. Well, you probably don't know how to use the other muscles.
So before we start getting into our muscles, an NFT is basically it's a digital asset, and its design is basically to show that you have ownership over a unique item. Now that item nowadays is becoming more and more of a virtual item because NFTs have been popularized by blockchain technology so much, such as online pictures or videos, but they can also be trading cards or live, like in-person paintings, or a car.
Antiques.
Antiques, exactly. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to improve the NFT space by creating a NFT marketplace which has a smooth, safe operation within it, and it gives the users the ability to experience everything from creation to sale and receiving your NFTs in a fast, safe, smooth manner. Nowadays, prior to nightlife, most of these websites or marketplaces, they are compiled of specifics, like either you specifically are trading gaming NFTs or specifically sports NFTs, etc. Another platform that's most popular is like OpenSea. OpenSea is a peer-to-peer platform where you can post and purchase NFTs that you have created or purchased in the past. So we're going to be a combination of OpenSea and other marketplaces like Rarible or NBA Top Shop, where we are basically a one-stop shop for everything the NFT space has to offer.
So that's just one half of it, though, right? So we actually have a coin that's actually backed by the NFT marketplace, right? So one would say that coin, where all these other coins have actually nothing backing them, we are going to be backed by this NFT with all this digital and collectibles behind it. Would that not be a true statement?
Yeah, absolutely. So we really went on a course of NFTs there. That's why I went right into the marketplace. But if we're talking about the nightlife ecosystem itself, nightlife is kind of picture like an umbrella, and that has two tiers under it. So the center of that is the nightlife coin, which the nightlife coin is a deflationary coin that has a built-in automatic static return tax fee in it. So what that means is, for everyone that's a non-crypto person, is that every time you purchase, sell, or transact with the nightlife coin, you will be taxed 10%. Now, at first, that sounds like a negative.
It does.
But that tax actually gets broken down and into two different places. One of those places of the tax, it gets sent to the liquidity of the coin, which will continue to strengthen and solidify us as a more stable coin and less of a volatile coin. And where the rest, this is where it gets interesting, where the rest of that transaction fee goes is actually a redistribution to all holders. So everyone that holds the nightlife coin, say me and Bill over there own nightlife coins, and then Errol, you buy a coin. Well, when you buy a coin and you pay that fee,
and you buy a coin, and you buy a coin,
me and Bill both receive, for doing nothing but owning the coin, in our wallets, we will see more coins. from that tax because of the redistribution.
I understand.
So now,
So you're
you
doubling up for something that somebody
No,
buys.
so what he's trying to say,
Mhm.
okay, and correct me if I'm wrong because he's the absolute guru. So every time somebody buys or sells, as long as I hold on to my coins, my wallet's going to increase in value. Is that not true?
So what that does is
I was looking for a yes.
It provides you for an opportunity to do two things. One, it provides you to have the incentive to hold the coin over time, because you know that the more this coin is bought, sold, sent, or received, you will gain more and more tokens. And then the other part of this incentive is, in theory, as soon as this coin reaches a large holder base and purchase base, and it's being transacted for these NFTs, and it's on these different exchanges, a holder could basically set up every week. They can do what's called scraping the cream off the top. And what that means is you hold your original amount of Nightlife coins, and at the end of every week or every month, whatever you decide, you sell all of the coins that you earned for free through these laminar returns, and you have now created a paycheck for yourself. And what this does is it creates a sustainable lifestyle for you, in the sense of, if something like COVID happens again and there's a worldwide lockdown now, or if you lose your job, it's another source of income. And everyone knows that the people that run this country and the world that are rich, the one thing they preach is multiple streams of income. And that's exactly what Nightlife coin produces. It produces another stream of income.
It's very interesting. It really is, and that's what's unique about cryptos, because they're, like I said, I was telling my uncle, there's a ton of cryptos out there, and some of them don't have anything behind them. Bitcoin does. They have mining, and obviously, what's going on with China over there, it's affected Bitcoin and what it's worth. Obviously, it's been dipping ever since the mining over there in China, or stuff that's going on in China. But now, slowly but surely, it's growing again. So. It's definitely
well. So the beautiful thing about the king of them all, Bitcoin, is if you'll see, if for anyone that ever really when you start first getting into cryptocurrency, you see that usually it's referred to in two different ways. There's Bitcoin, and then there's all the other coins, and all the other coins are referred to as altcoins, or alternative coins. Alternative to what? Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin was made originally to be just that. It was supposed to be the first actual cryptocurrency. So its utility is to be used to buy and sell products. So that's the difference between a coin that has utility and a coin that is a security. So Bitcoin, in essence, is a security token, because even though it's really used right now, because the evolution of crypto hasn't made it that far yet, it's really in its infancy. Bitcoin is really supposed to be used for buying and purchasing of goods and services, and not for buying and holding until you make money and then selling it. You know what I mean? And now when we get into the altcoins, alternative coins, are alternative to currency. So instead of being just another payment mechanism, because that's what Bitcoin was made to be, other cryptocurrencies are supposed to have some type of utility inside of them. So, for example, when a lot of people say, I don't get it though, what are all these coins? They're just made up coins. It means nothing. Think of each of these coins, they're projects. So if you want, you could think of these projects like businesses. Now, instead of you could have stocks in companies, and you have shares of those stocks.
Right.
Well, you have coins in projects in cryptocurrency. So you can have the amount of coins you purchase, or tokens, and what you're buying the reason you purchase these is to obviously to have a share in the market. That way, hopefully it goes up and does well and you make money. But initially, the reason that you purchase these stocks, or in our case, when you purchase these tokens and coins, is so you're basically putting your trust and you're putting your seal of support for that project, because you believe in the technology that it's producing. You believe that the project is for the better of the world. So, for example, with Nightlife, I know we talked about the marketplace and what the coin does, but we also have a significant second utility behind Nightlife, and that's the day pay. And what day pay is it's the crypto payment processing. So very similar to debit card and credit card processing that you use every day whether it's getting breakfast or gas. We're going to allow people to use crypto in their everyday life, which is becoming more and more of a necessity. It's not at the point yet where we need it per se. So a lot of people would argue, why add something when we have debit and credit cards? But they were saying the same thing when we had cash. And one of the main reasons is because of, I think we could all agree that the trust in the dollar itself has been going down significantly.
I was just saying that to my uncle. By the way, we're talking to Mike from Nightlife Crypto. They're
not Nightlife Crypto. Nightlife Coins.
Nightlife Coins, which is a crypto, so it is a Nightlife Crypto.
It's Nightlife Coins, which is a crypto.
It is a crypto, and we are talking to him, as you should be doing that. My question to you is you look at what's going on with cryptocurrencies and how it's taking over the market, and it is affecting the market as well. And I was talking to you a while ago about Dogecoin, which was very, very big. It got to 60 cents and it's dipped significantly. It went all the way down to, I think, 17 cents at one point. Now it's starting to go up again. I think it's at 21 cents today. Is there a reason why cryptos over the last couple of months has dipped the way they have? And what is it going to be in the transition? Why is everybody saying that by the end of the year? Some people believe that Bitcoin is going to be at 100,000 and Dogecoin is going to be at $1.
So one thing I can say as a fact is that it's all speculation, because if anyone had the true answers to these questions, they wouldn't be giving them out for free.
Elon Musk knows for some reason.
Yeah. But what I can tell you is, like you just pointed at, people like Elon Musk have a lot of effect on the industry. So, for example, Dogecoin, it started out as a joke. I'm not going to get into the whole history of it, but basically, Elon Musk took a liking to Dogecoin, and that is basically the only reason that Dogecoin blew up the way it did. Dogecoin is...
Didn't he create that coin?
He was a part of it.
He did not create it.
No?
He's ownership. He has ownership in it or something like that.
Yeah, well, he has ownership in it just like you would if you bought it. But what it was is that he literally took a liking to the coin.
So did Mark Cuban, by the way.
Right. So that's actually the only way that you can utilize Dogecoin nowadays, except for maybe a couple other places that started accepting it as tail ends of that, but is to buy maybe Mavericks tickets, where there was already an article up that a lady tried to do that and it didn't go so well. But basically, when it comes to cryptocurrency, much like other financial sectors, it's basically a cycle. And there are different factors that affect when the cycle changes and when it goes back. And one of those factors, of course, is influence by people like Elon Musk. And then there's also restrictions from countries like China, for example, who, now don't quote me on this, but China has a good track record or a bad track record, if you ask me, of manipulating the market. What they do is they throw regulations on Bitcoin every time it goes real high, and it causes a big panic, and it causes what in the crypto market you refer to as FUD. and basically FUD means it's fear. It's like fear, unknown, and distress, or something like that, and uncertainty and distress. And what that does,
Uncle Bill, you're a
causes,
FUD. You're a FUD.
that causes people to sell the coin. So what they usually have done after that is, once the coin goes down, you can pretty much see that the Chinese government buys a bunch of this Bitcoin, and then they loosen their regulations because they say they found a solution, and they now are able to pump the coin back up by allowing China, which is a huge market, as we all know, to purchase this coin again, which gives the rest of the world more confidence. And now they have a bunch more Bitcoin, which starts going up again. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to influence. And other than that, coins like Bitcoin, unlike Dogecoin, there is a finite amount of them. So in theory, it's just a math problem that's waiting to be solved. The only question is, how long will that math problem take to be solved? With that being said, Bitcoin will reach over $100,000. It's just a matter of how long it will take.
They're saying by the end of the year, I've been reading a lot of stories that, and even Dogecoin, they're saying Dogecoin, even though it's not worth anything, they're saying that it's going to shoot up again sometime in the in the near future, where it could actually reach $1. That's what they're saying. So
anything's possible in the crypto world. And what you have to remember is one thing, and that is when there is a bull run in the crypto space, any coin that has a reputable name, or a popular name, I should say, instead of reputable, it basically means that during that bull cycle, that coin is going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few coins that have stood the test of time since crypto's inception,
right,
that if you would have invested in them and just held, that you wouldn't have made profit by now. It's all about holding. That's really what it comes down to. A lot of people know the old sayings: buy high, sell low, buy the news, and sell the fear.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know something? Look at Dogecoin. It was about to be on Saturday Night Live. So what do all these people do? They say it's going to go on one of the biggest TV shows in the world. Let's buy it. That means it's going to go up. What did it do? It dropped.
Well, that's because of Elon Musk, what he said on Saturday Night
I
Live.
believe I've heard it's
actually,
buy on rumor, sell on news. Isn't that the way it works?
So you buy the fear and you sell the news. You buy the fear and you sell the news. And the reason for that is the majority holders, or the whales, the people that already have the coin, they know that the little guy is going to do just that when the news comes out. You ever hear the saying, if it's already on TV, it's old news?
Right.
If it's in the newspaper, it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's what it comes down to. So, like I said, it's all speculation. I am one of those people who do believe that Bitcoin will be. I think it'll be anywhere from $85,000 to $100,000 by the end of the year.
It's interesting, and again, we can talk about cryptos forever, because there's tons of them. Actually, Floyd Mayweather came out with a crypto that hit the market before his fight with what's his name, Jake Paul.
Ethereum Matt?
Yes, and then all of a sudden there's a story that came out by TMZ that Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled, who are partners into this, are getting sued for alleged illegal cryptocurrency scam. And if you read this article, it's a very interesting article. And I don't know how true this story is and if it was a scam, but I think that there's a lot of cryptos out there that people like. Now, I'm not saying Ravencoin, but Ravencoin is one of the hottest coins right now on the market. And I actually know a little bit about cryptos because I've been doing some research about them. And Ravencoin's like the number one right now targeted crypto. I think it's gone up like 30% in the past month. Now, what are your thoughts to these stories? Now, how do you protect yourself from all these allegations, especially when it hits the market?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing that I can say is, it comes down to do your own research. A lot of people are blinded by the news, and they're blinded by what's popular, and they just go with hype. And hype is all good, and it's great if it works out for you. But at the end of the day, what hype usually consists of is basically someone always gets left holding the bag, is how I like to say it. And what happened is Mayweather and Khalid, they signed endorsement deals with, I think the company was called Centratech.
Before the coin even came out, I was reading a little bit about it. Yes.
And basically, they're a company that they sell financial products that are related to cryptocurrencies. So a lot of people, they bought into Ethereum Max because Ethereum Max did a great job they got themselves a partnership because of their links to Mayweather. They were able to get a partnership with a company called Groot Hospitality. And what Groot Hospitality does is they are the premier marketing / hospitality agency for some of the biggest venues for hotels and fighting events and entertainment venues. So what they did was Ethereum Max, it was able to, you could use that to purchase tickets to the fight. It was, Groot Hospitality was accepting it for their bottle service, things like that. And what happened actually, which is crazy to me, is they went sky high, and then they pulled the rug, is what people like to call it. And then they, once again, because that's just what hype does, they went sky high again. And, they had good marketing tactics. If you bought $5,000 worth of the coin, you got a free pair of signed Mayweather gloves and stuff like that. But if you got to be smart enough to, that stuff's great, and that's what should lure you into a coin. But once you get lured in, you don't just hit the buy button. You got to do your research. All right, what does this coin actually do? What benefits does this coin give to society or the world? And that is going to give you your answer, because if you really look into Ethereum Max, they're just another, excuse my language, shit coin.
You could curse on the show. It's
okay.
Yeah.
They're another shit coin that basically was able to, they had a good marketing and PR guy that was able to get a couple of big names under them. And what they did with that was it was time to name the coin. So what they do, they took Ethereum, one of the most popular coins with some of the best utility known to cryptocurrency, and then they threw the word Max after it. And that right there, that's a seller. You know what I mean? You get some hype, you get a good name. Hey, why not? I'm buying it.
So you look at the popularity of the coin. The likes of Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Jack Dorsey, several celebrities have taken and bought the NFTs that Floyd Mayweather has brought out to this coin. I believe that Floyd Mayweather, what he did with this coin is he actually invested his own money into the product, which actually gave it a boost and actually took it to that next level where it started to shoot up 5, 6, 7, 8 cents the way it did. And before his fight, it came out before his fight, and it shot up during the fight because of obviously the whole Logan Paul thing and everything like that. So, and then all of a sudden it started to dip, like you said, and then it shot up again. So my thoughts here with the cryptocurrencies, is it here to stay? That's the question, because
cryptocurrency is no doubt here to stay, and it's actually in its infancy, even though it's been around for about 12 to 15 years now. What I can tell you is these run-of-the-mill shit coins, they are in no way here to stay, but they will continue to pop up with new names and different acts, I guess I'll call it, different song and dances.
Right.
But they'll do just that. They'll pop up and they'll go away time and time again, while the real coins with the actual utility and real teams behind them that care about things like utility and safety and security and transaction speed and gas fees. Those are the coins that are going to stand the test of time. For your everyday newbie investor, what I would personally, if I was to ever give any advice, it would be look at the coins, do your research, and find some coins that have been around for more than a couple of months, hell, more than a couple of years. And those are the coins that you could put the most trust into.
So
why?
I got a
Because
question.
they've had a chance.
All right, so you say go after the bigger and the longer lasting coins. So obviously when this hits the market, when nightlife hits the market, and it starts to take over with the NFTs and all the different things that are connected to it. Why should people buy this particular product over Ravencoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum, whatever the company is?
Well, there you go. I mean, obviously, I would love people to buy my coin over coins like Bitcoin and Ravencoin and Litecoin and Ethereum, but the beauty of cryptocurrency is, and it's something that I think people aren't, because it's so much in its infancy, people don't realize. It's a lot like stocks. It's a lot like going to get groceries. There's room for more than one cryptocurrency on the block, and the reason for that is we're not talking about every crypto. Let's use layman's terms. There's if you're hungry, you can go to the pizzeria, but not every food place is a pizzeria in the town. You have options. You can go to a Chinese food, you can go to a deli, you can go to a pizzeria. So what I'm saying is, with cryptocurrencies, you have different options because there's different projects. What I can say is, when it comes down to purchasing a coin in the NFT space, the reason that you should buy our coins is because we will have a safer, secure platform that also provides you the opportunity to not only create your own NFTs, which with most, if not all, other marketplaces you have to do elsewhere, but we will also be giving you access to the Nightlife Vault, which, with our partnerships that we've been able to garner with multiple famous photographers and entertainers, we have over 50,000 never before seen images and assets from, I'll just give you an example. Let's see, one of our photographers worked for the Rolling Stones for over 30 years. So he has pictures and originals that have never been seen from the road from some of the top rock star performers ever. And you won't be able to purchase that anywhere else but on Nightlife Marketplace. So there's one reason right there.
You would only be able to use our coin to buy it in the NFT market space?
No, so that's the thing. By being a holder, you also have the incentive. If you are on the Nightlife Marketplace, you're able to bid in, the top cryptocurrencies as well as in USD, cash, fiat. But if you do use Nightlife Coin, you have extended perks. For example, when we release these items from the vault, if you're a Nightlife owner, you get premier access to these NFTs. You also get a discount on the purchase, and you also get, which in my opinion is my favorite aspect of owning the coin, you have the ability to utilize the buy it now feature during an auction using the Nightlife coin. That way you can bypass the auction, not worry about it going too high and you being outbid at the last second by a bot or something. You have the ability to just purchase it right then and there and bypass the auction space. So that combined with the crypto payment processing, which basically what we're going to do is similar to being able to go into a grocery store and purchase a sandwich with your debit card, you'll be able to do it with the.
This is a lot
cryptocurrency
more
wallet.
expensive, and that's the thing. When you look at these pictures, and there are a lot of unique pictures, and the photographers, you got photography from Bette Midler to the Rolling Stones to Hall and Oates to Michael Jackson. You have all these different pictures that Tina Turner that you can't get except with Nightlife Coin. Here's my question: with the expenses of these pictures and all that, is there a particular number that of coins that you have to produce to buy these NFTs? And here's the thing: what makes them unique if other people can buy them? You know, if you have them out on the out there on the market where you can buy it through your NFTs, what makes, after it's out there and people can buy it, what makes it unique anymore?
I don't understand the question.
Well, because you're getting these pictures. You can only buy these pictures on the Nightlife Coin. If Speedy wants to get it, he gets the Nightlife Coin, and I have the Nightlife Coin. I want to buy the same picture. If we buy the same picture,
you can't buy the same picture.
Are you raffling it?
No, what you're missing here is what an NFT is.
It's an auction.
Okay, so you're auctioning off those pictures?
Let's go backwards. An NFT.
I understand. I'm trying to help I understand what you're saying. I'm trying to help the
you
consumer.
Evidently don't.
Now, Uncle Bill, you're not understanding this. There are people sitting here listening to it. They can listen to you and hear you out. They still don't understand it. Now, you're telling me that you're raffling. You actually can go and buy these pictures with the NFTs. We're using your coin, the Nightlife Coin.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you didn't say if somebody's sitting here doesn't understand it. Oh, so you're saying it's unique. The only way you can buy it through Nightlife Coin. So what makes it unique? If I have the coin and he has the coin and I want to buy the same picture.
You're missing.
I understand. Again, I'm going to sit here. I'm sitting here with sports. The same thing. They're going to ask you different questions. They're not going to understand what you're saying. Okay. You got to explain it better.
Explain it, Mike.
Yeah.
So I understand completely what you're saying, and sometimes being in your own space, I'm sure you do it with sports. Sometimes you almost assume that the person you're talking to understands exactly what you're saying.
Exactly, which they don't.
So just because me and you both own Nightlife Coin, that doesn't mean me and you are both going to be able to purchase that same Michael Jackson.
I understand.
You would compete.
So what's going to happen is, first, we're both going to have access to it, which would make it, a first buyer's
available. Yes.
And then after that, because it is not just a picture and it is now an NFT, it has been given a fingerprint, so to speak. It now has a contract on the blockchain that shows the exclusivity of that product. So say you took that picture of Michael Jackson and you made a copy of it and you tried to sell it as the original. The purchaser will now, as long as they do their due diligence, will be able to do a background check, so to speak, on that picture, and they'll be able to see right away that is not the original
So
NFT.
they would own the rights of the authenticity of the picture.
Exactly.
I understand.
So you will own. So what you have the ability to do once you own an NFT is you now have you have proof of ownership, but you do not have proof of creation. So those are the two things that get tagged.
It's like buying a picture, an autographed picture, and it's numbered. And what
exactly.
Yeah. I understand.
So, you know what it's just like? It's just like how let's see, someone like Ben Affleck has an original Da Vinci painting in his house.
A picture of Jennifer Lopez's ass. And he's the only one that has it.
But I've got the same picture.
No, Mike, does he have a picture of Jennifer Aniston? Lopez ass?
He might.
Yeah.
But in my house, I have that same picture, but I bought it from Canal Street. You know what I mean? Who's to say that those are two different? That I don't have the original.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the only way to do that is to have a certificate of authenticity. And what NFTs provide is just that. It's a certificate of authenticity.
See, that's my question. That's really what, and a lot of fans probably wouldn't understand it. So explaining things in different ways will actually bring it to everybody's attention to understand when it does hit the market and it becomes available, that they can buy it and they can own the rights to the authenticity of the picture. I understand it.
And it, as you, if you go to our website, that's and when the marketplace is fully launched, it's still in the development phase, because it's not just, like I said, we are really trying to raise the bar here, and that's exactly what we're going to do when it comes to the NFT marketplaces that are already out there. That's one of the biggest highlights of the intro, I guess you can call it, when you first start reading the website, is how the individual ownership is so defined.
Now, I have a question. How the entertainment business is taking over, and you look at Jive Records, all these different labels. These record labels are completely being obviously taken away, and a lot of these hip hop artists, or even musicians, are opening up their own labels, and because they own the rights, fully own the rights to their product and their music. Now, with obviously the NFTs of Nightlife Coin, would the company be looking at possibly bringing in musicians that'll actually, the only way you can get personal beats from these artists or something like that, if it becomes available, the only way you can get it is through the coin and buying it through the entertainment of the coin?
That's a great question, and that's actually something that falls right in line with the purpose of NFTs, not just photographers getting their rights to their photos that are now being used for free on stock photo websites, or musicians that create these beats and these songs that are being stolen all over the place. What we're doing is we're empowering these individuals that have these careers in photography or music or even television, and we're giving them a tag to put on their work to prove that it is theirs. And that's what that second part I mentioned is that you will be the owner once you purchase it, but it will still be listed as who was the creator. And within that is a royalty fee. So every time that NFT is purchased and repurchased, say I buy one and then I resell it, there's a royalty fee that's built into the price that will go back to that original creator.
Of course. Now, here's another question, and going into the NFT part of it, and people sell their music obviously on iTunes, and if you buy it, you own the rights to it. Now, if you do a radio show and you play their music on YouTube or something like that, you could actually be suspended, and they can shut down your live feed because you don't own the rights to that music. Now, with obviously the coin, if you buy the rights to using that music or playing that music, maybe using that with authority with these social media markets and stuff like that, because obviously Facebook, they actually will shut you down if you play that music if you don't own the rights to it. Now, maybe something, I don't know how this would benefit through the crypto, but it's something that you definitely could look at with the way music is being sold, not only through the black market, but also through being sold through the open market through social media. Maybe figuring out a way where the coin could actually control that.
Well,
that's something that definitely could be looked at as well.
It's definitely in the wheelhouse. Unfortunately, like we mentioned before, when I brought up like Canal Street, or like when you mentioned, there's always going to be the individuals out there that continue to utilize these platforms in the wrong way.
Yeah, still.
But what's good is, but what the positive part of this is that we are opening up a world with framework that allows there to be individuals that can do this in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's not as easy to go out and buy the rights to certain songs,
of course,
as it could be if it was listed on an NFT marketplace,
right?
In which sense you'd be able to do so, and you'd be one of the few that has a leg to stand on when Facebook comes knocking on your door.
I think it's very interesting, and I think the way cryptos are, and they are taking over the market. If you if you go onto the stock exchange and people talk about it all the time, they're not even talking about the big companies like Volvo or Ford or any of these companies that are starting to dipping. They're talking about, well, what crypto do you own? Do you own Ravencoin? Do you own Bitcoin? Do you have this? You don't have that.
You know what it comes down to? Returns. And for the first time in financial history, you can see 50, 100, sometimes over 1,000% returns from these cryptocurrencies in small time periods, where the traditional route of stocks are you're very 2% yearly gain. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's always going to be a stock market, but cryptocurrency is definitely putting their foot down and marking their own territory, and that's a big reason for it. And one thing to always keep in mind, though, for any investor is as much opportunity as there is to make those huge gains, there's also the chance of
losing it all,
taking those great losses.
Yes,
exactly.
And we've seen that. We saw that. With,
how does one buy the coin, Mike?
Buy our coin?
Yes.
Nightlife?
Yeah.
Well, at this point, Nightlife is still in its IDO stage, which is the initial decentralized offering. So right now, it's basically in a private funding round, which most coins do. And it's what an initial coin offering really is what I mentioned earlier with the reason you purchase the coin is to show support in it. And what this is, which we've already been very successful, and we continue to, we're getting closer and closer to closing out this private round before we launch live. So right now, like I said, it would be only through private purchase right now, which would be by contacting us at Nightlife. But in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to, and as we get closer, we'll start, kind of lifting the curtain a little bit more to give more information on exact dates as far as the launch goes. And when we do launch, of course, we will launch on what's called Pancake Swap, which is a decentralized exchange. And we will also, we are currently awaiting approval from a couple of centralized exchanges as well.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
It's a lot of information to take in, because a lot of people that don't understand how these coins work.
Exactly.
Or,
at this point, all I can say is that every day, crypto, it's plain English. But for the new investor that's really only used to using like Robinhood to buy Dogecoin, it's Chinese. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue to grow, and that's why it's so important that we integrate this world of crypto payment processing, not only so you can purchase everyday goods and services, but also we are going to make it easier to purchase the coin with a click of a button using your debit card. But of course, there are certain hoops and before we can make thing. But it's definitely something that we are working towards, and hopefully by launch, or not so much after that, you will be able to just go on our website and purchase it with the click of a button.
I have one more quick question on everything. Now, we talk about cryptos, and you were mentioning in the beginning of the conversation and the interview, you were talking about credit cards and how credit cards have changed the world. And obviously your credit score is the most important thing now. It doesn't matter how much liquid you have now. If you don't have a good credit report, or your credit stinks, no matter how much liquid you have, it's not going to help you buy a house. And that's where people are looking at it. So the difference between credit cards and crypto coins, and why this could transition, crypto coins can transition and take over the market for credit cards. Why are people thinking that now? Especially a lot of these experts are saying that now with cryptocurrencies in the next 5 years, some people say cryptocurrencies could be completely obsolete. Some people think they're going to take over the world, and you're not even going to need to use credit cards anymore. You just use your cryptocurrencies. Why is it that people are saying that more and more? That I've been reading a lot of things, and I've been doing an investigation on cryptocurrencies and how you said they've been around for 12 to 15 years, and how it's all of a sudden in the last year and a half, it's completely taken over everything when it comes to the government in the world, and obviously not even taxed. Is the government going to figure out how to tax this?
Absolutely.
Right.
So, well, when it comes down to payments, I can tell you this. Payments using a virtual currency like any cryptocurrency, they as opposed to a credit card, they give the ability for the user or the consumer, I should say, to substantially on processing fees, and it also eliminates the risk of chargebacks for the merchant. So for shoppers, the advantage of paying with Bitcoin or Nightlife include more simplicity in placing the transaction. It gives you user anonymity, no interruptions from intermediaries, meaning it's a direct purchase, and like I said, very, very low transaction fees. And the one other thing besides that is it also gives you a much lower risk of fraudulent activity.
Got it.
I mean, at some point, you could be in India, instead of having to wire money, you could actually just send them the coin, and it would be far cheaper, wouldn't you say?
Mike, you hear that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for example, let's talk about for one quick second, Ethereum. One of Ethereum's main utilities is basically a utility that could take down what's known as the SWIFT transfer system. And what that is anytime anybody that's ever sent a wire, that's the platform that is used to send the wire. So there's two things that Ethereum does that are better than SWIFT. One, to send a wire, it can be very costly. Two, even though most domestic wires only take a couple of hours, international wires can take 3 to 10 days, sometimes even longer than that. And also, this is only if the country you're sending it to has good banking, a good banking system that's already been set up. Now, especially being in America, we are full of immigration, and we have, we're lucky enough to have people from every walks of life, from every different country that come here for work. And a lot of those people, they send money home. And some of these people are from, you can call them
third world countries. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You could call them third world countries or underdeveloped countries,
Haiti,
whatever term,
very poor countries,
whatever term you want to put on it. And a lot of these countries, they have not only corruption in their banking industries, but some of them don't even really have a fully developed banking industry, and they don't have SWIFT payments yet. So if you don't have SWIFT payments in the country you're from, you have a very limited ability to send money back home.
Like you're talking. I'm sorry to cut you off. Like Venmo, and what is it? What's the other thing? Speedy, Cash App. They have all these different. They have all these different things that you can transfer money, but it takes 1 to 3 days to get the money, or you're going to be taxed for it.
For example, Cash App. I had a friend in Canada the other day that I was going to send money to.
Right.
But I asked him if I could send it to him on Cash App, and he said, "Oh, we don't have Cash App."
No, they don't. Not Canada, even in Belarus and all these different places. That if you're working with a software company,
if you have a cell phone and you have the ability to connect to the internet, you have the ability to send cryptocurrency.
And cryptocurrencies. And here's another question I have for you. Okay, so if I send you money from the United States to England, and England's euros is more expensive, or whatever it is, it's more expensive than the American money. Does that translate into the American money to the euro money, or how does that translate with? What is the difference between that through the coin over here to go over there?
I understand what you're saying. The value of the dollar.
Yes.
And in essence, the value of the dollar is not really a relatable term when it comes to these cryptocurrencies, in the aspect of, if I send you $500 and you're in England, you know that I'm sending you 500 USD dollars.
Of course.
The conversion rate and all that you need to take that into account before if this is if you're sending just regular money too. You need to take that into account before you put your request in for the amount you need. So the short answer of it is no, it doesn't really matter, because one Ethereum in England is really worth the same thing it is
Really?
here.
So then it's better to use that than
think about the concept though. It's one currency for everyone.
No, I understand that.
So it's if it really catches on, the nightlife coin, whatever it is here, it is there. But maybe it doesn't buy the same amount of stuff, right?
Well, that's the good question, because that's when you look at all the transporting and everything that's going on through China and Japan and here in the United States, and we have stuff that other countries don't have, and we have a variety of stuff that China has a variety of stuff that we don't have, and that's what makes them so unique. So that's a good question, because to me, the way cryptos are, and listen, I as much as I study all the different things with sports, I do my investigation and trying to figure out how these things work, and using using my thoughts in when I'm interviewing somebody. Because I honestly, Mike, I didn't know we were going to bring you on today, so I'm trying to think of things that I would, if I was a buyer and I wanted to buy the coin, which I am a buyer and an owner of the coins, but I'm just saying, if somebody else is interested in buying into nightlife, what makes nightlife so unique, and what makes me want to buy that product or that crypto over all the other cryptos? That's the question, and that's why people are going to probably say, well, okay, Floyd Mayweather came out with a crypto with an NFT. What makes that different?
And the main thing that I think those listeners should take out of this is this. I mean, obviously, from this conversation, you can tell that you've only seen one part of the team, and you can see that, the experience is there. Now, after that, I can tell you this with, the photographers, and I didn't even get into the entertainers that we have as far as influencers go. The hype is there. And then besides that, the next step is do your own research. And I can tell you one thing. Between the value that we have in this NFT marketplace and the revolutionary, change that we're going to be putting into the world by giving it the boots on the ground approach to spreading cryptocurrency processing as an everyday means of purchasing goods and services, with the utility is there. So when you check those three things off. I think it'd be hard to find a buyer out there that could argue that it's not a good purchase.
And that's why with the market and everything, you go to Dick's Sporting Goods. You could buy the same sneaker at Dick's Sporting Goods. What makes LA sneakers better than Dick's Sporting Goods? Well, maybe because it's $20 cheaper, or I'm getting more for the buck, or I'm getting more for I'm getting something with the sneaker. So
I mean, at the end of the day, it is an investment, and smart investments are usually made with the idea of there being a long-term line of the product that you're investing in, and with the groundwork and framework that we've put into this ecosystem that we call Nightlife Coin, we check off all the boxes when it comes to being one of the coins that stands the test of time.
Well, you're very informative, Mike. You did a great job,
Mike. I really appreciate you joining us. It's definitely interesting,
guys. Sorry if we went down a couple.
No.
I
think this is what you have to go out there, and you have to reach to the people. If you want people to really buy something or be interested and intrigued to look into and investigate what they're interested in buying into, the information is definitely important.
So we got like 2 listeners, Mike. Do you want to give a?
You wish.
You want to give out the website?
Yeah, you can check us out at nightlifecoins.com. And I can tell you one thing, even if you don't check us out at nightlifecoins.com, if you're on any social media platform, in the coming weeks, you will see Nightlife Coins. popping up because we're definitely ready to make our mark on the cryptocurrency
exchange.
ecosystem.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you,
a good night,
Mike.
guys.
Mike from Nightlife Coins gave some good information. I tried to get out
That's
information.
NIGHTLIFECOINS.com.
And by the way, Uncle Bill, when somebody is trying to get information, there are people that are listening, and you might think there's 2 or 3 people. There's other people listening, and in different ends of the world.
I was just being
There-
funny, honey.
I know you are. I'm trying to give you. If I'm sitting here and you want me to buy something, I want to know the ins and the outs of understanding what the product is and what I'm buying into. And if I don't know what I'm buying into, why should I buy you over Ravencoin or any of that or the NFTs of Floyd Mayweather?
I think we made it quite clear.
Now we did, but in the beginning you didn't. And for me, if I'm a buyer, I'm sitting back and I'm interested in buying something. I want to know the ins and the outs of that particular product if I'm going to buy into it, because obviously there are people that have bought into products and they have failed. And
we
they're
didn't
falling
get
off.
into rug pulls,
Obviously.
but we are a real company.
Of course, and I wouldn't be involved with it if I didn't think you were. So, but I think it's very interesting. I think cryptocurrencies are really taking over the market, and in the aftermarket of right now, even the black market, where people are buying things through the black market through cryptocurrencies, which is it's ridiculous. I mean, eventually people are going to be buying, human beings off the black market with cryptocurrencies. I'm not even going to be surprised if that possibly could happen in the future. So I think this is another wallet, another way now, as we knew and we figured out in the 80s, really.
So as he was
credit
saying,
cards
we're
came
going
out.
to have the Nightlife
Yeah.
coin. We're going to have an exchange. We're going to have our own wallets.
Yeah.
Eventually even ATMs.
Mhm.
And we have the NFT marketplace, which is, backing our coin.
Mhm.
So we're the real deal.
And as well as and that's why I think and I'm sure people are going to send me emails tomorrow, because I get a lot of crazy emails even from my show, asking me where we go, like, because there are people, my sister saying, where do we find Nightlife Coin?
Well, that'll start to come around.
Yeah. So people are going to probably come to me, and if I actually had a few people that have asked me where could I buy into the coin, and I want to put 500, I want to put 1,000, I want to do this, I want to do that. So obviously it's not up in the market yet, but probably in the next couple of weeks, month from now,
It's in private placement right now.
it will be open for the public to buy into the coin. So it's crazy, man. I think that the growth of cryptocurrencies and really the aftermath of what it is and what it's turning into, not only through the government and through the market, it's going to change the world. It has changed the world. The question is now that it's become so popular, how is the government going to tax it? It's not taxed yet.
That's right, not yet.
No, and when it does, what is it going to do to the market, and how is it going to affect the coin and the value of the coin? That is something that only time will tell and drive. So, and that to me, believe it or not, when I do my research on everything that I do, not only just with sports, just understanding something, I'm trying to get it. People could say whatever they want. You're talking to a very smart person. I'm not stupid, and I understand how
So
things
he
work.
says.
How things work, and how you, if I'm going to sit here and I'm going to ask questions, I'm going to make sure that my questions are more unique in understanding to the quality of the stupid questions that other people ask when they have people like this on a show. So
You did a great job.
no, well, thank you. And it's been a great show, and that's something that I want to learn more about with this show. Not only with cryptocurrencies, but I like to have fun, and I'm one of the crazy people on radio. But I'm also a person that I want to get knowledge, and I want to grow with knowledge to understand something. So the concept of understanding it will take me to the next level and believing and understanding where I want to go, not only through being wealthy, but understanding how things work, like credit cards. In the 80s, credit cards came out. Nobody thought that credit cards were going to take over the world. And now when people are looking for jobs and stuff like that, they're looking for your credit.
Who thought?
I'm sorry?
Who thought when they came out with bottled water
Hmm.
that people would be buying that instead of pouring it out of your faucet?
That's true. And how about when people were buying Coca-Cola in the 80s, who thought that there was really cocaine in the Coca-Cola that was drawing people to actually buy it and get addicted to it? Nobody, until it came out in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Part of that was also when they would actually, every so many frames in the movies when they
Right.
were watching it,
Mhm.
subliminally,
Yes.
they would program you to go there and
They do that with TV still to this day.
no,
Yeah, they do.
it's out.
No. They do things. The government puts things out there that draws you to watch TV. It absolutely does. Commercials. You think people just watch the Super Bowl just because they think the commercials are funny?
Yeah.
It draws. There are things that they put out on that you don't
You're
notice.
probably one of those people that think like when you went and got the COVID shot and now they got a barcode under your eyelid.
No, but I do believe it's some kind of control. Why is the government?
Keeping the crash dummy guy?
No, but I will tell you something about this crash dummy. He's still understanding concepts. Just because he's a sports knowledgeable freak, he needs to learn other things that are going on in the world and understand that. Listen, if you don't think the government is trying to control,
and now
control.
A word from our sponsor.
No, there's no word. I'm being serious. This is serious. Before we go, if you don't think that the government, why is the government giving away free money? Why is the government giving away lottery tickets? Why is the government giving you Yankee tickets, Nick tickets?
The government's giving away tickets.
Absolutely. You go to the city right now. If you get the shots, they're giving you free stuff. Why are they doing that?
Because they're putting barcodes in.
Because they're trying to get everybody to push to buy to put that stuff in their body, even though it's not FDA approved. Meanwhile, you don't know what it could do to you in the future. It could kill you. It can give you cancer. It could do all these different things that you don't know what it possibly could do because they don't know, because they haven't done any of those tests to figure that out. So that's why when I look at that, I don't care about the barcodes. I don't believe that. I believe that you can't put something in your body that you don't know what it can do.
So you never had the shot?
Never, and I won't.
Okay.
I won't take the shot until I believe it's FDA approved and I know it's safe. I'm not going to put myself at risk. I'd rather put myself at risk getting COVID than put myself at risk that I'm sick of myself. I know.
Yeah.
But you did it for your son. That's why you did it.
No. I actually had COVID.
No, but I know that. But you took the shot because of your son, because you wanted your son to feel comfortable.
I wanted.
I know, man. You think I don't remember when we have this conversation? So right. I understand how things work, and again, I don't do radio just to throw things out there and say, hey, I'm going to just talk about this and everything. No, I actually, when I go out there, I go out there, I put my heart and soul into what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, even if it's crazy, stupid, nutty, and just plain out funny. I don't know. It just, I believe that what you do and what you learn and what you grow as a person, as a human being, can only take you to that next knowledgeable stage in your life. And I'm 39 years old and I'm still learning and trying to figure things out myself. So there you go.
Gotcha.
Anyways, that's it. That's the show, the William Meyer Show, ladies and gentlemen. First show was good. But obviously my Uncle Bill is going to, work on some of his, his routine and try to get his monologues and some of the stuff that he wants to talk about in the show. But it's a first and a good show, ladies and gentlemen. And you'll learn a lot about cryptocurrencies if you're ever wanting to understand how cryptocurrencies work and stuff like that. I'm sure there'll be a lot more other stuff that you're going to obviously grasp. My uncle is he's been in the computer software business for almost 35, 40 years. So he understands how coding works and software development works, as we are building a software right now that I believe will change the market when it comes to digital and radio and all different things that are going on in, which everything's transitioning to, as you know, with COVID-19 and the shutdown of businesses. So there's a lot of things going on, but I think there's a lot of education here and a lot of craziness that's going on. That's why it's uncensored. So definitely stay tuned. In 2 weeks, my Uncle Bill, the William Meyer Show, will be back on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Until then, Uncle Bill, you have any thing to say before we go?
I'm tired.
I'd like to thank Mike for joining us, because he really did help out and give us some really good information. And I'm sure this is the first time he's ever been on a radio show talking about crypto. So it's interesting. And guys, if you like to bet and stuff like that, this is an equal opportunity. You're not betting on anything. You're putting your money into a product that could make you more money and could take you to that next level of obviously wealth. So obviously everything that we have explained to you and what you've learned today could actually take you to that next thought of where cryptocurrencies are going to take you in the future. So that's it. Speedy, anything?
Great first show, Bill. Thank you for joining the network. You brought some craziness for sure in the beginning, and some good knowledge in the second half for sure.
All right, and we'll get better.
No, we will. We will be back in 2 weeks. Until then, you need to rest up. I'm too hot. I need to go smoke a cig.
It's about 1,000,000 degrees.
Do you have any vodka? I need to calm myself down. But we will be back in 2 weeks. Good night, everybody.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.